Hi, I'm Jeff with Chandler Systems, and in today's video I'm going to be walking you through the features of the Legacy View app for a metered softener. So when you first open the Legacy View app, it's going to scan for devices, and any devices within Bluetooth range should pop up here. So I'm going to click on metered softener, and it's going to take me into the dashboard. So anything in blue is just informational. Anything in orange is a setting that you can actually change. On initial setup, if this is a new installation, the only thing you need to set up on a softener is the time of day and the hardness. Setting the time of day is as easy as clicking time of day and then clicking OK, and it'll set it to whatever the time is on your phone. So here you'll see current water flow, soft water remaining, treated water usage today, peak flow today. These are just informational things. You can set your water hardness here. The default setting is 25 grains per gallon, but you're going to want to set it to whatever your actual compensated hardness is. The default regeneration time is always 2 a.m., but again, you can set that to whatever time works best for you. You just want it to be regenerating at a time when you're least likely to be using water. Now, this is a newer feature that we recently added to the app in the past year, the brine tank level, where it says click to set up. This is an optional feature. It's just a helpful thing. It doesn't have any impact on the performance of the unit at all, but if you'd like it to keep track of your salt, you just tell it you have a 16-inch brine tank, which is our standard brine tank size. If you have a 24, 32, or 48,000 grain unit. If you have a larger unit, you'll have the 18-inch brine tank. Click OK, and then just tell it how much salt you put in there. Typically, salt comes in 40-pound bags, so however many bags you enter, just do that math. Or you can approximate it. Say if you filled it half full, just drag that line up about halfway, and you're going to be about right. Click OK, and it's automatically going to subtract every time it runs. It knows how much salt it uses each time. It uses the same amount every time. So each time it regenerates, it subtracts that amount of salt from here. Now, every time you add salt, you do need to click on this and let it know how much salt you added. It will let you know when it gets low. It can send you a push notification if you're within Bluetooth range and let you know, or if you open the app, of course, you'll see that what your salt level is. So this is just a helpful feature to help you keep track of where your salt is in your brine tank. Again, if you don't want to use that feature, you can just disregard it and not even set it up. So you'll also see your average water usage per day here and your firmware version. If you need to do a firmware update, it'll let you know there. And then also your treated water usage in gallons per day on this chart, which you can pinch and zoom and move around. This unit has not had much water flow through it, so you'll see there's not much history there. On the Advanced Settings tab, you'll see days until regeneration, and then also your regeneration day override. Regeneration day override is, even though this is a metered softener, it's going to go when the meter hits 0 or every, in this case, 7 days, whichever comes first. So if you want it to go based on water usage only, you can just zero this out, and that will disable the override. Otherwise, you can set it to whatever you want. The other settings we really recommend leaving alone, at least initially. Your reserve capacity, resin grains capacity, and cycle position times. These are all editable, but these are all set at the factory specifically for your unit, and we recommend leaving them at the defaults in most cases. Two other options you'll see here are the display off feature. This will turn off the display on the unit, meaning that the red digital display will turn off if for some reason you don't want that to be on. Otherwise, leave the display off, which means your display will stay on. I know it's confusing. The brine tank prefill gives you the option of filling the brine tank before the regeneration instead of after. So our default is to do post-fill, meaning that the brine tank refill will occur as the last step of the cycle. But if you have pre-fill enabled, it'll fill the brine tank first, and then it will wait a certain amount of time, and then it will go through the other 3 steps. If you turn pre-fill on, you'll see brine soak duration appear, and you can choose anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. The brine soak duration just means this is the amount of time it's going to fill, and then it's going to wait before it starts to backwash, because it needs time to make brine, to dissolve that salt. So we recommend having that set to at least 2 hours if you're using the pre-fill feature. Next, you're going to see status and history, and this is exactly what it sounds like. You see your current water flow, total gallons treated since last reset, so this is resettable. If you have a filter or something that you're keeping track of, you can reset that at certain service intervals. total regenerations, then also total regenerations since last reset. You'll see some more charts down here for treated water usage, gallons per day, gallons used between regenerations, and peak flow recorded per day. And these are all able to be clicked on and maximized, and you can pinch and zoom and scroll around as much as you like there. Finally, you'll see the dealer information page. This is a page where the dealer can just put their contact information so that the homeowner has easy access to get a hold of them if and when needed. So if you are a dealer, you can fill this out and then export it and then import it. So you don't have to fill it out every time. You can just upload it with each install. Finally, you'll see down here in the lower left-hand side of this sidebar, you'll see regenerate now and regenerate at next regeneration time. So if you want to manually initiate a regeneration, you can just click that regenerate now button and you can cycle it through the steps by just continuing to click that button. So once you initiate the regen, it'll start regenerating, and then the button will say go to next cycle step, and you can move it through the steps that way. And that's pretty much it for the Softener app.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to see more content like this, just drop a comment below and let us know what you'd like to see. Thanks.